that, mate.
Hi, we're back to another defeat after playing Leeds again. Thanks for watching. Make sure you've liked, make sure you subscribed, make sure you check out OK Jerseys, get your shirts for £15 and use code FFTV15 for 15% off. I've not really got much left to say because I've said everything I've needed to say, but coming up on tonight's episode, we will cover off the game. There's been a crap load of movement in the transfer window. I'll give you a brief update once we've done the game onto that. And yeah, Ben's back. Hi, Ben.
Hello, I am back. Yeah, I mean, I'll kick us off.
Go on.
I mean, what can you say? To lose to Leeds twice in the space of 4 days is pretty bad. Another lackluster performance, not really any massive chances created. I just think it's so disappointing. Look, let me set the record straight from my point of view. I've seen a lot of people already saying Glasner out, which I think is a little bit too quick. We've got to give him a chance. You know, it is a new manager. We've got new players coming in. You have got to let the team gel again. But I am disappointed in some of his team selection. I think there's some of the players who have shown that they've done well during pre-season and not getting picked to start. We really need Delap to come in and hopefully change things for us, because for me, Chris Wood is no longer the guy he used to be. We're not creating chances again. The system that Glasner plays, although it worked very well at his previous club, he's got to get the players like understanding it at Forest, because we're not used to it. We're not used to this wing-back play. And to lose 2 games in a row against Leeds is not really where we want to be at the start of the season. So, look, I tried to stay positive, but there was quite a few negatives for me. I thought some of the passing was really, really bad. The fact we go and concede again shortly after half-time, it was pretty dire, to be honest. So, yeah, I try and stay positive, but I'll do a Rob from the last score and just bang on with the negatives, because I don't think there was that much positive about it.
Well, okay, well, definitely nothing positive to take from the game, but performance. There was no performance yesterday. I would have taken losing the game if we'd got something out of that. But in terms of seeing the players actually try, I think I'll go back to what I said a few weeks ago. And I've got to stick with it, because I believe this is the case. And there is precedent with other clubs that you can have a look at and see what happened there. But I did say there would be a bedding in period. You know, it could take 8 to 10 games before we start seeing results. You know, yes, he's had pre-season, but he hasn't had anywhere near the squad that he wants. He hasn't got anywhere near the players that he wants. And these players, I think Wolfie touched on it on an earlier video, these players have got away with murder, absolute murder under 5 or 6 managers over the last few years, you know, and it's the book's got to stop somewhere. And there's no way, I'm telling you right now, there's no way Glasner's going anywhere. Okay, Glasner in 100% for me, and not based on anything that he's done yet at Forest, but what I hope he will do in the future. He is the second highest paid head coach in the Premier League, only behind Arteta, behind the champions. You know, that investment isn't a small investment. Yes, Marinakis will want to see a return on investment, but I'm going to say it's a blessing. And as much as I love this competition, the League Cup was one of the first trophies I saw Nottingham Forest win, and got me into being a Forest fan, because you know, every time I switched on, it seemed like every time I switched on the TV, we were in a cup final back then in the late 80s. And so definitely I've got a real soft spot for this tournament, but I'm willing to sacrifice it for this season because I think it's a blessing in disguise. But we've only got one game a week until Christmas, until the new year, basically. What he needs is time on the training field with these players to get that formation in, get that shape in, get them understanding how they should be playing. Because he's, like I say, these players have got away with murder, and he's got the perfect opportunity. So I'm gonna hold my fire until Christmas. If I don't see an improvement by Christmas, then you'll see me being a little bit more negative. But for now, I'm going to give him that chance. And I think it's a perfect opportunity. He's got no excuses. He's got one game a week for the next 4 or 5 months. You know, he's got plenty of time to get his system into these players, trying to make them understand what he's trying to do. And the return on investment that I said Marinakis will want by then. So I'm going to, like I say, keep my powder dry for now. Understand that even when okay, I'm going to ask a question to you guys and just on the panel. How long was it before Areola got a league win as Bournemouth manager? How many league games do you think it was?
Not bothered. I'm not a Bournemouth fan.
No, I know you're not bothered, but he went on to achieve with Bournemouth, did he not?
Yeah, he did.
And he's gone on to obviously.
I know what you
exactly. Well, but I'll tell you, it was his 10th league game before he got league.
Sorry, but because something happens with one manager at one club, it doesn't necessarily follow it's going to happen with another manager at another club.
But
it's not set in stone. It's like, oh, I'm a manager. I must lose my first 10 goals, then I'll be like Areola. I mean, that's not how it works.
No, I'm not saying that. So there was a bedding in period for him. The fans wanted him out, but it was a club that stuck with him, and he ended up doing really well then. Like I say, he's got the Liverpool job now. Glasner will probably have that similar bedding in period. You've got to understand. And I'm not going to go with comparisons to the former Man U manager, because the back three is a system that we know can work. You've said it before yourself. It doesn't necessarily have to be defensive, but our players are all over the place. Every single goal, every single opportunity yesterday from Leeds, we were wide open and the back three was stranded. Where are our defensive midfielders? If we're playing two CDMs, which they seem to be, where are they? If you have a look back on both of the goals yesterday, our defensive midfielders were nowhere near it. They were stranding our back three. So there's no idea. They have got no idea about the formation. Once he gets that into him, then we can judge him. But I don't think it's way too early to be judging the manager.
That first goal they scored was, you know, I think it was Williams who was just completely left open. He basically their player ran into space. But that's a risk you take with playing like a wing-back formation. If you're trying to attack with your wing-backs, they're going to counter you and try and attack down the side of the pitch.
Nah, Ben, I'm sorry. It wasn't Williams' fault. It was Cunha's fault. Cunha went and marked the same person that Milenkovic was marking and left a massive hole behind him for Nico Williams. Okay, Nico Williams was slightly out of position, but watch what Cunha does. He literally runs and almost marks Milenkovic.
Well,
and then leaves down James completely free.
But I thought Cunha was partly at fault for the second goal as well. I mean, some of the defending in that second goal was shocking. But the gap that was left, and I'm not blaming Williams per se, but the gap that was left for the first goal was, if you watch the replay, it was massive. I mean, he had acres of space to run into. So something's got to change, and it needs to change quickly.
And Rob?
Well, I've got a question, mainly for Ez, and I do agree with 95% of what he's saying. And I'm not calling for Glasner outright right now. Of course I'm not. That would be silly. And I do get the fact that managers take time to bed in, as do players. But it's just giving him 10 games. How stupid.
I'm giving him till Christmas, by the way. I'm not giving him 10 games. I'm giving him till Christmas.
How many games will that be?
It should be half a season, technically, shouldn't it? But about 17, 18 games.
Okay. So you're giving him 18 games. So if he loses the next 17, I'm going to do what we did to Rob. And all. So if we lose the next 17 games, you're okay with that?
I'm not okay with it. No. If I don't, I said I did put a proviso in that. If I don't see progress, then it'll be sooner than that. But I would expect with one game a week for the next however many months that he will be able to progress his team.
Yeah,
that's my expectation.
I mean, you said you weren't bothered about us going out the cup because that gives us 1 game a week. Wouldn't it have been useful to have more games so that we could get the players settled in quickly? If that's
no, I think he needs time on the training ground. That's my point. He needs time on the training ground. He's guaranteed that.
My next point, I don't want you to think I'm picking on you. I'm just saying.
I'm happy to answer your questions, mate. You've been very gentlemanly, so carry on.
The next point is how thick do you have to be as a human being and a footballer? You've got every single day to get used to this way of playing. They've already had a pre-season and they've got every...
You just muted yourself, man.
You muted yourself. Mute. Yeah.
He's interrupted himself.
How's he done that?
Let me just stop you there,
quickly jump in.
He's not back on.
I wouldn't dare. What's he done?
I don't know, but I want to know what the next question was. I was liking that interrogation.
Hanging on his every word. Here he is.
Can I just?
I've gone and bent me connected to my microphone, and it's got a tendency to fall out now.
Was it from slamming the table in despair?
No, it was no. It was. Yeah. No.
What was the question? I want to know what this question was.
I know. I thought you were just censoring yourself.
No, I didn't have a question, did I? What I was going to... The question was...
You said something about how stupid do you have to be or something.
Yeah. Well, that was my point. They've got every day to get used to this system, to practice this system, to go over this system time and time again. They should know it by now. They're professional footballers. Why did it take you?
I think we've got hoodwinked.
Why did it take 10 games or until Christmas? They should know it now. It's not complicated. For God's sake, it's not complicated. These are professional footballers.
And
so
I agree with you.
My annoyance right now, Ed, is not with Glasgow, it's with these players. That's who I'm annoyed at.
Yeah. And that's exactly what I said. How many managers have they gone through?
Yeah, it shouldn't take them 10 games, is my point. But that's not Glasgow's fault. That's not Glasgow's fault, is what I'm trying to say. These players are letting me down big time. And I'm beginning to think, have we been deluded? No. Have we been deluded? It's like when people in Congress say, can I? No. It's like, oh, go on, because I've forgotten. So you may as well.
Well, I was going to say, can I come back on that?
Brother. Is that what you're looking for?
my point was, and I started with it, I said, how many managers have these players gone through, and they haven't improved? And the fact of the matter is, it is going to take time. And the excuses that I'm taking away from Marinakis, not from Marinakis, from Glass. But of course they should, but we've seen it. They hoodwinked us in pre-season. There was a couple of games where we actually saw that high press, and we saw that they had the system.
Well, not for the whole game, but we saw it in part. Yeah, and we saw brilliant.
We saw it in part. I think.
Where's it been?
I think
this last 2 games. Where's that high? You don't need to be have an IQ of 150 and be a brilliant footballing brain to be able to press. You need somebody to lead the press, whether that be Jesus or it can't be Chris Wood. I'm sorry, I've had enough.
Yeah,
Roy Delap maybe. I don't know if he's got the brains. I don't know. I'm not saying he hasn't. I don't know. Huh?
I've been watching too many of my videos. Just called him Rory.
Did I? I called him Rory. Bloody hell. But pressing shouldn't be something that it takes you weeks and weeks and weeks to learn how to do.
It shouldn't, Ant. It shouldn't, but it clearly
that's
will.
What I'm saying is, my ire is aimed now towards the players. And there's a lot of those players. I'm beginning to think, have I been fooling, or have we as a collective fan base been fooling ourselves and just how good these players are? You got to start wondering, haven't you? It's like you said, they've got through 5 managers.
Yeah.
Well, this is the 5th manager. Let's put it that way. It makes you wonder, doesn't it?
But do you not think there's a case that I get what you're saying, but do you not think there's a case that Glasner's not picking his best 11 still? Because I don't understand why
he knows his best 11.
But if I could pick the best player in pre-season, I would say Neps. And the first 2 games he hasn't even started.
No, but this is why I believe he didn't start. I think he's going to be starting on Friday. I think Glasner listened to us on the last stream because I suggested that he should be on the left and it should be either Einar or probably more likely Williams on right-hand side. But I think he's going to start against Liverpool, and I think that's why he didn't start yesterday. And again, when he came on, he was the only one who shone out.
I can't blame him. I can't blame him for starting Williams and Aina, because let's be honest, Williams and Aina have been a couple of our better players over the past 3 or 4 years.
Not as wing backs, man.
No, I agree. No, I agree 100%. I agree. So I can't blame him necessarily. When that first game came up, I would have liked to see Nets, but I wasn't like disappointed that Williams and Aina were there.
No, but during the pre-season, we saw, I can't remember what game it was, one of the recent pre-season games, Nets was literally driving into the opponent's box twice within the space of 10 minutes. We're not seeing that type of play.
Nets is a proper wing back.
But that's what I mean. If you're going to play that formation and you've seen that it can work with Nets there, then why all of a sudden? I presume I may be completely wrong, but
Ben, hang on, because Williams is the established left side of defender at our play.
That.
You can't just drop him. No,
I would move.
You can
Williams
now.
I'd move Williams to the right, but the thing is, I could be wrong, but I presume what the manager says at the start of pre-season is something like, go out there and prove to me that you deserve a place in the starting 11.
Oh, wait a minute.
Nets has done that 100%.
Seriously, I'm not interrupting you. I'm stopping you because everybody's had a go except Rob, and that's not fair.
Oh,
what the hell?
Oh, defender Rob.
Well, no, I mean, me and Ant, since we're going to all the games together, are forced to be on good terms.
Football friends.
Someone in the Trent tent turned around and said, "Are you two all right?"
Yeah, I need to let's put them together.
Yeah, I don't want to be in between these two.
Right, so if you don't mind, I'll briefly split this into the performance and then the overall situation.
I'm sure I won't.
So the performance was actually not bad for the first 10-15 minutes, but then it just sort of melted away, and it was actually worse than the league game. So it seems to me like they don't know how to get the ball forward in this formation. They just lump it to the main striker. I think Wood had 4 touches in the first 25 minutes, according to Sky Sports, so that wasn't good. I'm afraid he's just lacking pace now. There are a couple of situations that would have played out a little bit differently if he'd had acceleration. More on that later. But I think, unfortunately, after we let in the goal, they made the 4 subs, and I don't remember us having an attack after that. It started to feel like late stage Daesh, where you could have played another 4 hours and we wouldn't have scored. So my hope is obviously we've made a striker signing, and this may all be completely different in a few weeks' time. Now on the overall situation, let's just say what we're all worried about, right? So let's go dark for a moment. Let's get this out on the table. What we're all worried about is that Glasner is going to stick doggedly to his formation, that it doesn't suit the players, that he's going to get 10, 15 games in without a win. He's going to be sacked. I'm going to have a repeat of last season, right? That's what we're all worried about. So let's just assume that that's going to happen. Anything else is an upside, right? Now, I think that there's the potential that this could be quite different from what I've just said. So let's imagine that this was happening to somebody else, right? Let's just pick a random club like Brighton, Sunderland. No, just say Brighton or Sunderland, right? Right.
Spurs.
Imagine that Brighton or Sunderland had just taken Oliver Glasner as their manager, but lost the first 2 games. We would look at that and say, if they were thinking of sacking Oliver Glasner, we would laugh at that. We think that's absolutely stupid. Now, I think what's important in this is to have some context. He joins our last 4 managers in losing their first league game. Nuno lost at home to Bournemouth. Ange lost away at Arsenal.
What does that mean, man? We know this. The last 7 all lost their first game. Wow.
Hang on. Because what I'm saying is we have been crap since last spring. I'm afraid to say. We were second in the table, and then we just dropped like a stone. And we've had some brief moments under Dyche and Pereira where we were able to... Yes, we beat Liverpool away, right? Are you forgetting that? We had some brief moments under 2 of those 5 managers where the squad is clicked. But ultimately, you're going to have to look at the team and say, was it those 5 managers to blame, or have we actually got quite a weak squad, right? And I'm afraid to say that there's key moments are we've lost now 2 key players. The first one was Elanga, I'm afraid to say. He was absolutely crucial to our successful period. And secondly, now Anderson, right? And he's a major, major loss. Now, added to that, I think there's 3 players that were absolute mainstays over the last couple of years that seem to be in decline, I'm afraid to say.
But Rob, I'm
going to name them. Right?
Ooh,
there's 3 players. There's 3 players that we've really relied on that have been excellent for us over the last a couple of years. Wood, Aina, and Sells all seem to be dropping off. Okay, and I think it in some degree, it's age related or it's form related. So we've had key departures that have not been replaced, and we've had key players that we rely on that are not producing the best work. Now, if I look at the squad, we've got an abundance of wingers, and we're trying to play a tactic that doesn't use wingers. We've got what were 2 of the best fullbacks in the league, and we've got a formation that doesn't play fullback. So both things can be true, right? The players can be to blame, but also Glasner's system is not making the most out of what we've got because it's playing 2 good fullbacks. I mean, God, it was awful.
Is any system good enough for these clowns? Like,
No,
if we went back to a 4-4-2 or 4-1-1 from Pereira from last season.
He said himself that if he thought that changing the system would fix it, he'd change it tomorrow. Now, I think, hopefully, he will, because the problem...
Did he say that?
Well, yeah, he did. So the problem was, if you go back a year and you look at Postecoglou, that guy was so stubborn. He was a dinosaur. He was going to play his bloody way, and he didn't care.
The tactic is hammer him as well, Rob.
Yeah.
Rob, Amarin said the same thing.
Yeah, but hang on. So maybe we can fix it by people that we're bringing in. But what I would say is there's something that you can do to address this right now, which is play with wingers and fullbacks. Let the fullbacks be fullbacks and use some of the wingers. Now, I have to say, the pattern of play last night was we were being pushed back. We would lump the ball up the middle of the pitch. Leeds would win the header. And then suddenly everybody's running back in panic towards the goal. The 3-man defense was shit. Every time Leeds attacked, it seemed like they had 4 men and we had 3 to stop them. And the gaps were on the sides. There was somebody overlapping, whether it was that James guy or Ampadu or somebody like that. They always seem to have a spare man on these attacks. I mean, where are the wing backs? They seem to do no defensive.
Where are the midfielders?
Whatsoever. Yeah, so
why are none of our central midfielders in the picture when they're running back?
We're bypassing them with our style of play because you lump
but
it
if
up.
you're sending your wing backs forward, you got to keep one of your midfielders back. That's how it should work.
So anyway, look,
that's what I mean. We haven't got the system anyway. We haven't got.
I still support Glasner. I hope that some of the signings we're going to make are going to make a difference. I think, like I say, if you saw this happening to somebody else, you would laugh at fans of that club for saying sack Glasner after 2 matches. I think we've not got a very strong squad, but this formation certainly isn't getting the best out of it. So,
Rob, if you were to drop someone like Elanga back in there, like you've just said, I don't see how
not
that
in this formation. No, not in this.
Yeah,
formation.
exactly. So you can't just blame the players.
Go back to the high point, which is when we beat Brighton 7-0. We just demolished them with Elanga and Wood, didn't we? Elanga's gone and Wood's gone off. Yes, we did. That was Elanga and Wood.
No, that was Morgan Gibbs-White that day, mate.
Yeah, all right.
But Gibbs-White was
Nico Williams.
All right, fair. But what I'm saying is that what we played then...
No, we played the back 3. I was at the game. We were at the game. What am I talking about? We played the back 3.
We're all at the game.
He played Morato at right centre-back in that game, didn't he? And we were like, what's going on here?
Is Morato going, by the way? Is
It
Morata
looks
going?
like
gone.
it.
I'm not
It looks
jinxing
like it.
anything.
Can
I'm not
we
doing
all
it.
just
Oh.
celebrate the
Everyone's
moment?
saying inshallah, man.
The thing is, like you've just said, Rob, some of the core players, apart from Morgan Gibbs-White, you've got to replace them, and we haven't. Maybe we will before the end of the window. But like you said, people like Chris Wood, people like Sells, if they're not going to be the same quality as they were the last few seasons, then they should have been replaced already, really, because you're going to end up losing the first 2 or 3 games of the season because you haven't replaced people, you haven't got them into the team, you haven't trained with them enough. So are the recruitment team partly to blame? I don't know. I agree that the players have the most side of the blame, but this is a completely different system to something like what Pereira was playing, who, by the way, for the record, I don't think we should have ever got rid of. But it's a different
You
system.
didn't think we
for
should have
them.
got rid of Daesh? What are you
Exactly.
doing?
So
Right.
yeah,
Yeah, but
seriously.
I know I've just had a long go, but I want to come straight back on that, right? Pereira did very well in his first season at Wolves, and then he started the next one, and it was a shocker, and he was gone by Christmas. Now, who's
Yeah,
to
but
say
that's all
that wouldn't have
hypothetical.
happened?
They
No,
did.
who's
They
to say-
did.
yeah, but,
They did sell all his players, though, Rob. To be fair.
yeah, well, we sold
That's-
Anderson. We sold Anderson.
we would have
Yeah,
sold
but-
more
yeah, but-
players. Trust
It's
me, we
a
would have lost more
non-argument.
players.
It's
if
a
Pereira
non-argument.
wasn't
I'll tell you how to solve this simple argument. Ben, who's a better manager, Glasner or Pereira?
Well, I'd say Glasner.
Okay, end of discussion. By the
And-
way, big up. to
If you ask
Saeed.
me who's better, Sean Dyche or Glasner, obviously it'd be Mr. Sean Dyche.
You're trolling again. You are trolling. And
Big
also,
up to
don't
Saeed
feed-
for
don't
the
feed him.
raid. Has he told you lot to come in saying Glasner out?
Yeah,
Marriage life has changed him, man. He's changed. Big up to Saeed. You know, my biggest frustration was Sells. I completely went off him overnight.
He was in and out. Remember, he was in and out last season because of Ortega as well.
Why did we get rid
Yeah,
of
but Ortega was good. We should
Yeah.
have tried to keep Ortega.
Why?
We should have tried to keep
Why
him.
didn't we try and hold on to him?
Didn't Ortega go to?
think-
Is Ortega gone to
I-
Olympiacos?
I think that under in Glasner's system, you need a goalkeeper that can play with his feet. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do like Sells, but he's not good with his feet.
No.
And I think that creates an issue. It puts us under a lot of pressure because he constantly kicks the ball up towards Wood, and Wood can't win a header to save his life. So
Yeah, it's with Olympiacos. So
every time he kicks the ball up the field, we lose it, and he kicks the ball up the field a lot. So I'm not dissing on him as a goalkeeper, but in this system, I think you need somebody that can play a little bit.
him and
I am
Cunha as
dissing on
well.
him.
The way Cunha was playing, like just long balls every single opportunity yesterday. And it's just obviously it's given the ball straight back to him. The way Leeds set up, and Mark, I mean, we could have lost to any team yesterday. We would have lost to any team yesterday because we were that poor. But I'd rather we lost to a Premier League team. And I'll tell you what, Leeds will do well this season. You can see
we're not bothered about
Leeds will do well, and Leeds are going to do well this season. Trust me, they're much more together as a team, as a squad than we are. They're miles ahead of us. They're miles ahead of us. That's what I'm saying. Going back to what you were saying about recruitment, just this is what I want to jump in on. What Ben was saying about recruitment. Even in our recruitment, there is an entitlement with Forest fans. Let's not forget, it's 23 years of misery, mostly misery, before we got to this stage. And this is our 5th season back in the Premier League. But we're miles behind. We're years behind most of these teams. Brentford, Brighton, and Bournemouth's recruitment and their scouting is way ahead of us. So we need to even get to that level before we start thinking we're entitled to be here. We're miles off, man. We're miles off.
But Leeds have only been back
And that's the
for a year.
reality of it.
Yeah,
So
but
were
come on,
you
Ed,
saying
Leeds have been
Brentford,
back for a
Bournemouth,
year.
and Brighton's recruitment was ahead of us when we finished 7th?
Say again.
When we finished
Sorry,
7th a year or two ago, would you have been sat here saying Brentford, Brighton, and Bournemouth's recruitment was ahead of us?
Recruitment's still miles ahead. Look at how much money they make just from that. They haven't even got half the attendance
cares
that
how
we
much
have, and
money
they
they
still
make?
manage to compete. No, the point is that they are creating. Listen, we're not a top 6 team. We're nowhere near that. We're nowhere near that, okay? Let's just get that out of our thick heads, thinking that we're competing with that. We still have to build on this. We've got a manager who can get us there, no doubt about it. But we've got such impatient fans sometimes that we're not going to... our fans will hound this manager out. I promise you. And then we'll
that's
deserve,
a little
and we'll
unfair on
deserve what we
Forest
get
fans.
at the end of it. We will
That's a
deserve
little
what we get.
unfair. That's a little unfair on
I think Forest
fans.
fans will hound him up. We won't give him
all,
the time.
all
We won't give him
fans
the
are the
time,
same. We're no worse than any other fan group.
No, I think they will. Obviously, I'm
What are you talking
not
about?
we're
This
worse
fan
than
base
other
is way
fan groups.
too patient.
No, I'm
Way
not talking
too
about
patient.
any other fan club. I'm talking about our fan club. I'm talking. I can't comment on any. I can talk about.
Let's
our
be
own
real.
fan
Our
club.
fan base, if the manager feels personable, if the manager talks about the history and how he
Exactly.
loves the city, right?
We're
That's
sold
enough.
on him.
If a manager comes in and he's got a little bit of arrogance and attitude, I mean, I was worried when Glasner. Did you see his interview last week when he was saying the history is the history? Whatever happened 40 years ago.
That's the one interview I saw, and I wasn't particularly. I know that what you're saying, but I wasn't particularly impressed by that because your history is effing important.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying, but in a sentimental fan base, that's not going to go down well. Do you know what I'm
No, they
saying?
won't.
It's like,
Yeah.
So there's a difference to like how Pereira came in and he was doing it differently. That has a lot of strings.
As a fan group, we've not won collectively, apart from playoff final. We've not won a great deal in the last 30 years. So for a manager to come in and diss on the history you do have, I don't think it's very clever. I don't think that was very clever at all by Glasner.
Not sure
I
he
don't
said
think that's
that.
what he was
I know that pragmatically he's correct, but that doesn't mean you have to say it.
Yeah, but I think you're misinterpreting what he was trying to say.
No, I know exactly what he's trying to say. He's trying to say, don't blame me. It's not my fault.
No.
This club's not won a thing for donkey's years, so don't get on at me for not winning. That's what he's saying.
No, I
don't
think he
like
was
it.
trying. No,
I
I
don't
think
like
he
it.
was trying to
Exactly what
say.
he's saying. It's exactly what he's saying.
All right. Well, my
In
interpretation
fact, he repeated it several times. It's not me. It's not me. It's not my fault. I've not been here, and they've not won anything. Remember, there was another manager to another club that said that. I think he was sacked to eat later.
It was Postecoglou at Spurs, wasn't it?
Spurs,
I looked in the trophy he came in it, and it was pretty fucking empty.
Exactly. You don't do that to your fans. It will not win you any time at all. Now, as I say, of course, he's right, but that doesn't mean you rub people's faces in it. Your own fans.
I didn't read it like that. I read it like he's saying he can't control what's happened in the past, so his focus is on the road ahead. That's how I read it. He was saying if
Exactly
Forest
how
won,
I read it.
Yeah, if Forest won the
Well,
European
you both read
Cup,
it wrong then, didn't you?
well, it's a subjective one. I'm
Shut
just saying
up with
his
you,
point
Mr.
in my
Opinionated.
interpretation of it was he can't control the past or what hasn't happened in recent past. He can only look ahead. Forest winning the European Cup or not winning it has no impact on what he's going to do.
But we know
at
that.
Forest.
We're not stupid. Every manager that comes in is not responsible for what happened in 1979 and 1980. Every
All right,
manager.
so then why do they always ask him about the history then?
Because they want to ingratiate themselves with the club, don't they? With the fans base.
I'll be honest with you, man. I as long as he does something, I don't care what he says.
Yeah, I'm the same. You know, that's literally the only interview I've listened to. Because, I don't listen to manager interviews because they just spout crap.
Apart from
Right?
that
That's
one.
the only one that I've listened to, and it pissed me off, mate. But don't you pee on our bloody 2 stars.
He didn't. He didn't.
And to be fair, you do get.
You'll
easily
never win the
pissed off.
effing European Cup, Mr. Glasner. So don't piss on the ones we've got.
You do easily
you would
get
like
pissed
them to
off.
win it.
Do you know what pissed me off?
Well, I'm the only
The
proper
fact-
Forest fan here. I'm the only one that was at these finals. I'm the only one that's got a right
And
to say
that's because
anything
you're
about
old
it.
enough.
Oh, shut
That's
your
'cause you're
mouth.
old.
Oh, shut your
No,
mouth.
only
Because
because
you're
you're
irrelevant.
oldest.
You're
No.
irrelevant.
No,
Irrelevant.
no.
Do you know what?
You disgust me. You disgust me. Just dismissing our past like that as if it doesn't matter.
No,
What's
and
wrong with you?
You've
What's
gone
wrong
off
with
on you're angry about something
I'm only
you're
kidding.
thinking has happened.
I'm kidding.
And,
For God's sake, you
and
know me
you're
by
arguing with
now.
yourself. You're arguing with
I'm
yourself.
not arguing with anybody.
Nobody else
I'm
is
not even
saying that
arguing.
on the panel.
I don't give a toss.
I've not said anything about this.
No one's saying it. You're arguing
Rob
with
hasn't
yourself.
spoken yet. There is one thing that
Tell
genuinely
Ben's back,
pisses me
can't you?
off,
It's all gone tits up since Ben's come back.
I thought it was
There is-
me. I thought it was me. I thought I got the blame.
There is
Yeah,
one.
Shooting, haven't I? I forgot.
there is one thing which
I'm
is
only
the
kidding. Don't wind yourselves up. I'm only kidding.
the most Forest thing ever is that Taiwo goes to Coventry and in 5 minutes he gets a goal.
Shut up, Ben. I don't care.
A goal and
Honestly,
an
now
assist
you're
in
winding
5
me up. I
minutes.
don't care. I'd go on the watch along, and every comment is Taiwo has scored. Wow, right? I don't
Because
care.
he wouldn't do
scores
that
for
for
Coventry in a League Cup
like
against God knows who they're playing. I don't
But
care.
it's such a Forest thing.
Why is it such a Forest thing? Why is it such a Forest thing?
If we were playing Leeds,
it happens to every club. It's nothing special about
It's
this
not.
club in that regard.
If we were playing Leeds yesterday and Taiwo had a one-on-one with the keeper, he would have missed.
All right, if it's such a Forest thing, name me the exact time
go
it's happened before to make it a Forest thing.
It's just a Forest thing that shit always happens to us. We sell a player who's not performing well for us. He goes and has a worldie with Coventry.
Wolfman, you're one of the worst offenders for saying it's such a
Forest way.
And I keep telling you all.
When I say it's something Foresty that happens, it's something that has happened, not this such a Forest thing that Taiwo scored for Coventry, because that's happened in recent history so many times. I think to myself, I expected Taiwo to score. I don't even know who Coventry played yesterday, but I do know that Taiwo scored and apparently got an assist. Okay, so how's that such a Forest thing, man?
Because every time we give a decent player away, sorry, let me rephrase that.
Oh, he's decent now, is he?
Every time we give a player away who we don't think is very good, they turn out to be pretty damn good.
Such as
I'll give you two examples. Actually, I'll give you two examples.
So it's like that Chelsea lad who Cooper got rid of and went on to win like
Santos,
the young player of the year. Yeah, Santos.
I'll give you two strikers that we've got rid of that have gone on to be really good for other teams. Dougie Friedman. We decided he would it. David Platt got rid of him, and he went on to score tons of goals at Crystal Palace. Kevin Campbell, who we sold to Trabzonspor. Next thing he's popped up, he's become a legend at Everton. He was a legend. No, what I'm saying is, a lot of strikers have gone on. I could dig up some more.
Not just strikers.
Kevin Campbell.
Listen, I'm answering the question. It's a Forest thing to do.
You're not answering the question, Rob. I'm sorry, my friend. You're not answering the question. You're answering a different question.
No,
the question, the point that Crypto was making, my dear friend, was that when we have a crap player, he goes and performs. Not when we have a fantastic player and he goes and performs.
I'm just saying, I've noticed this in history that we've had a lot of strikers who haven't scored or haven't been necessarily fantastic for us, who've gone on to do really well for other teams.
Name them then.
I'm giving those two as examples.
No, you haven't given any yet.
Dougie Friedman and who? Kevin Campbell.
Kevin Campbell,
our top scorer. Kevin Campbell, our 25-goal season scorer. Kevin Campbell.
Hang on. Kevin Campbell was crap for us in the Premier League, and then he went on to be. He was in the Premier League. He
scored a hat-trick in the Championship.
Right, he was good in the promotion season, but he was crap in the Premier League. He went on to be really good for Everton. Okay, I'm saying I agree that our strikers go on to do better for other teams, and it's something that's all I've always.
I've asked you to name them. You've named one so far.
No, you weren't listening.
But it's not as well. It's not just.
I mentioned
that's one you named. Friedman. You can't count Campbell. No, he wasn't crap for us.
He was in the Premier League.
No Forest fan wanted Campbell to be sold.
Fine.
Hoydon went on strike because Campbell got sold.
Okay, this is a side issue, but
it's not just strikers. It's
better than talking about the game.
It's players.
I was going to say, people, are you entertained now? We're not talking about the game. We're just arguing.
It's players who, for Forest, are effectively run-of-the-mill players, not crap. I'm not saying they're crap. I'm saying they're average players for Forest, and they go somewhere else and they excel. For example, Danilo, James Garner.
Danilo was brilliant for us. I got his shirt on the wall, man.
Switch him off, please.
Danilo, man.
He wasn't as good as he is now, though.
Because like Ant said before, once a player's left the club,
I got to get through the super chats, man.
Go on now.
Yeah, shut him up, for God's sake.
Big up to the S-Man Brown. He goes, the signings show no ambition. You know what? I agree. But the non-signings, aka the players that are there, they were just as bad, bro. Thank you for the 199. Dobby with the £2. Delap stinks of a panic buyer and overpaid for him. We're gonna come on to Delap in just a second. Thank you, bro. Appreciate it. Big up to Stone Roses with the 40 months. He goes, at this rate, I'll need to call my psychiatrist before the end of the month. Matt with the 499. He says, you liked my Amarin comparison last night. Yeah, it was very good. What hope do we have that OG might be different? Oh, sells Wood and sells by Suarez at Sporting and Hendo. Man, I'm not gonna lie. When we got that Suarez link, I got a little bit giddy. I can't lie. Thank you, Matt, for the 499. Big up to Steve with the 499. He says, "Evening, boys. Been crap so far. We need the players to deliver. Totally fed up with Ndoye. I forgot he was even playing yesterday. I've tried also Cho, Wood, McAtee, and are running out of time." I hear you, bro. I hear you. Thank you. Chris with another £2. He says, give OG time. He'll weed out the bluffers. He needs to do it quick for sure. Shout out to Dean with the 27 months. And big up to UK with the 5 jewels. Alex with the 67 jewels. The lovely Yvonne with the 10 jewels. Chris with another £2. He goes, 0 chance he changes his career formation 2 games in. I don't think he's going to change it. And I don't think he necessarily needs to, but I think he needs to change the players. James with the 47 months says Sales has always been the same, doesn't command the box. He doesn't even come off his line, you know.
No, he doesn't. I've said that a lot of times. He doesn't back up his defenders, you know.
Yeah,
we were praising this guy up to Evans a season and a half ago.
Yeah, I don't care, but like,
but
tomorrow if he
that's
makes
a
a good
long
save,
time
I'll
in
praise
football,
him.
man.
Today, I don't like him. Not his.
It is.
He pulls off a couple of great saves. Lets in a soft free kick. Yeah, he just reminds me of my kids, man. Just when you think you've broken them and they've learned, and then they go and do something else. Thank you, James, for the 47. And my boy Andy, well done with what you did to Cass the other night. He says, what strikers in what history the 90s too soon? And
I don't know.
Andy, I don't quite understand.
Andy,
Sorry, put in another super chat. Explain yourself.
I've told you about your auto predict.
Yeah, big long explanation.
Yeah, many times I've told you about your auto predict. It's just under 1,000 of you in here. Make sure you've liked and make sure you subscribed. Again, big up to Saeed for the raid, the absolute troller. Nearly 1,000 in here and 137 likes. Like, what are we doing here?
Come on, man.
Okay, what you wagging your finger for? What?
Because I want to conclude the discussion with my dear friend Robert. For Nottingham Forest, Kevin Campbell scored 32 goals in 77 games. For Everton, he scored 36 goals in 137 games.
Yeah, but he scored them in the first division, and so anyway, I'm just saying that
it's still a piss poor return for Everton and a good one for us.
Right, our strikers go on to great things at other clubs. That's all I'm saying. I've seen it. It is
all right, we're not doing this again.
Sam Surridge,
current strikers.
Sam Surridge.
Right.
Yeah, Sam Surridge. That's a good one.
Surridge.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Okay, in that case, I concede.
Exactly. I've been telling you a lot about Sam Surridge for like 5 years.
Can't you remember when Peter Cormack
still actually talking?
Simon's on side. Even Simon's on side. And
Joe Baker was never the same when he went to Arsenal. Peter Cormack was never the same when he went to Liverpool. Gary Birtles was never the same when he went to Manchester United.
Collymore, when he went to Liverpool, was worse for Liverpool than he was at Forest.
He
was underrated at Liverpool, though. But you're right, he was underrated.
Because he got stuck behind Fowler.
They were a very
best striker in the MLS. Wow, that's an achievement.
Right, anyway, can we talk about Rory Delap? You got to be called Liam Delap.
Come on, get his name right.
Liam Delap, Forest record signing, did his medical today, soon to be officially confirmed. I'm getting all kinds of strays, not from just Chelsea fans, but from Arsenal fans, from Liverpool fans, right? Because I called him Rory the crap all last season, and I stand by it because he was. But I still think, in fact, this whole panel backed him minus one person who said he was a championship player.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
he's
he's
cheering.
proud of it,
himself
man.
on.
He's
Let him
proud
go
of it.
first then. Go on, Ant. This whole
What?
new striker.
Is he a
I
championship striker?
really hope he plays well for us. I hope he scores goals for us, and I hope that he makes me look like an idiot.
But
Do you think he's got potential, Ant, to do
for
so?
I think
he's
there
got
might
potential
be.
to do so.
I think there might be in this system, in Glasner's system. I must say, in Glasner's system, he'll certainly be the focal point, and we need somebody up there with a bit of strength. And I believe he's got strength, and I believe he's got a little bit of pace as well. He uses his body well. I just hope that he can score lots of goals for us. I'm skeptical, but I'm not ruling it out that he can do well for us. And if he does, I'll be more than happy to hold my hands up and say, brilliant. I mean, look, let's be honest. I thought Chris Wood was a waste of space. I think most people did. And he proved that he could actually.
You've been proven right now, mate.
Well, yeah. I mean, okay, it's a
Finally.
one-season wonder, but nevertheless, just give us a season, it'll be a start, wouldn't it? So yeah, let's hope that he's the man for us. I think he's got some good attributes. I just haven't seen a lot of them in the last season.
But do you think he's a championship player?
Oh yeah, he is.
So what hope do you hold out if you think he's a championship player? I don't
He
get
might
it.
have been. Oh no, well, let's say he is. Let me say, on the evidence I've seen, he is. Maybe he can improve. I'm trying to be generous here.
All right,
He's our new striker. We spent a lot of money on him.
I'll take back concession. I'll take back concession from him.
Yeah.
who's excited by Delap?
Right. Can I be positive? And by the way, Liam, if you're watching, don't worry, he's like this about everybody.
Yeah,
So,
Liam. Yeah. Best of luck, mate. Best of luck.
No one is good unless you score 15 non-penalty goals this season.
That literally. Rob, good point, Liam. That's your target. 15 non-penalty goals.
Right.
If you do
Premier
that,
League or any?
Yeah.
Premier League.
So I'm going to go based on what I saw. He played for Ipswich. I've remembered what game it was now. It was a home game in the FA Cup last season. It was one that we actually ended up winning on penalties. And he came on and he
wouldn't
played.
count in our stats though, Rob.
No. Look, right. I saw Delap. It's weird because Ipswich actually started that game with Hurst up front, who I think was scored against us. And then Delap came on for the 30 minutes of added time. And I was actually very impressed by him because, I mean, yeah, sure, he'd come on as a fresh player after 90 minutes, but I thought he was very mobile. He was threatening. He was chasing the ball down. And I think he could potentially have the attributes of Chris Wood minus 12 years of age, right? So about Delap, I think you need to separate the player from the fee. Now, the fee is obviously being frowned at, but you've got to obviously remember that he comes with several things that increase his value. So, English, homegrown player, his age. I'm not sure what the actual rule is about whether he has to be registered in the 25-man squad, because what is he, 23? I don't know whether they can register him outside of the 25-man squad. But basically, it's got a
Depends on
number
his
of things.
birthday is if you're
So-
22
but,
on like August or something.
If he was a 31-year-old Nigerian, then maybe his transfer value would be much less. Especially if he was going off to AFCON and coming back with malaria and shin splints or whatever, right? So yeah, but he's basically one of our players did come back from AFCON with malaria. What are you talking about, Ed? Shaking your head.
I'm not saying anything,
I'm
but just
just saying that
there was just a tinge of something there. I couldn't quite put my finger on it. There was something
No,
there.
but
You're a
look,
liberal, huh?
He's a non-international English homegrown player that is within their age range. So there's all these things bump up his value, which is partly why we got so much for Anderson. Remember, right? Because Man City had to pay over the odds for him. Again, if he'd been a 31-year-old Frenchman, we'll say, then he wouldn't have cost 116 million. Right, so
I love Rob's
Or smell
international.
He's just
he hates
right on the edge of
He
it.
hates New Zealand. He hates Australia. He hates France. He hates the whole of Africa
And
by the sound
Nigerians
of
now
it.
as well.
He hates,
Look,
he hates
okay, look,
Nigerians.
He hates jollof
I was,
rice.
I was thinking of Taiwo, but it kind of blurred a little bit with Sangari. That's all, right? So,
I- to be
Get any
honest,
better, man.
You just keep digging.
Yeah.
Take
you're,
the shovel off him.
you're making it sound worse. I was feeling excited until somebody just wrote in the chat that Delap could be the next McAtee, and now I
all right, I'll give you another example. Wissa, right? How old is Wissa, and where does he come from? Dr. Congo, right?
Are you going to
Wissa-
insult him now
He's
as
a
well?
30-year-old Congolese. So what I'm saying is that, like, you, for a 23-year-old English homegrown player, you have to pay like 10, 15 million more. That's just how the market works.
You see, you're completely wrong.
Rob's on like an international hate streak.
Shall I tell you why you're wrong? Is because Delap's value was higher than 30 million when Chelsea bought him.
Yeah.
The only reason Chelsea got him for 30 million was he had a relegation clause in his contract. That's it. Well, what are you laughing at?
No, nothing. Just private chat, bro.
I've lost my train of thought. Have you lot written something? What?
No, nothing. It's between me and Anne.
Anyway, that's why you're wrong. Rob. That's why you're wrong. So yeah, Delap, 40. Oh, fucking hell, man.
Easily derailed, man. Sorry. Apologies.
Come on, Wolfie, get on with it.
I've gone, man. I've gone. Anyway, so I have someone speak, man. There's 4 of you, and just I usually can't shut you up.
You're waiting for your words of wisdom. You don't
I don't know.
very often
I've said all I need to say during my.
So anyway, all right, I've got a question for you then. Who's this Rory Delap you keep going on about?
He's better at throw-ins than Liam. That's about all he is.
He was good. He was good thrower. And he had massive tabs. Can you remember his tabs? Proper massive tabels. Which Liam has not inherited, luckily enough for him.
No, he's got his mum's look. His mum's
Unless
quite
he's had
nice.
some work done, you never know with his football.
Do you know what his mum looks like? You googled his mum.
She's on all his videos, man. There's some stuff with him.
You've googled his mum, haven't you?
No, she was on a.
He Googles everybody's mum.
That's out of a bag.
Anyway, all right, let's get back to the
That's just the
football.
way he
talk.
works.
So, here's my question to you guys: does Liam Delap go straight in on Saturday?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Bear in mind he's had no
Instead of
preseason.
who? Instead of
Wood.
who else?
Yeah.
It would.
It can't be any
Exactly.
worse, can it?
Would,
you
and
will
then
chuck him in.
you'd be looking to pay Jesus as one of the 10s, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Well, after yesterday, I'm not sure. He was crap as
No,
well.
I think he suits it. I think he'd suit it.
How many goals for Ipswich did Hutchinson set up for Delap? Because I've heard a lot about this connection. How many?
I know.
goals
Do
did he
you
set
want to know? You'll love this one, Ant. You'll love this one. No player on planet Earth has assisted Liam Delap more so than James McAtee.
Oh, my boy's coming back.
10 assists.
That's amazing.
In the Man City under 23 team, but you know, Ant will consider that.
Hey, listen, don't knock it.
But there is,
Yeah,
joking
connections, don't
aside,
knock it.
you got Hutchinson, McAtee, and Liam, who have all played together. So, like, is there an argument? I know Hutchinson's coming off the back of an injury, but is there an argument to try and get those threes trying to do something?
No. No.
Why?
No. Because we're not Ipswich Town. Sorry, we're not Manchester City's under 23 side, are we? There's a lot more components than those.
And
three
not
to-
just that, though.
Yeah.
It's the England under 21 squad, right? So even though Anderson's
I
gone
thought
now, yeah,
I thought that. Yeah.
but you could get Cooper back to manage them. You know, didn't they? Anyway, that was a
Yeah, you see,
shit joke.
true feelings come out,
Too
slip
far,
out every now
too
and
far.
again.
Shit joke. But no, I mean, you've got a lot of players that have come this, and you know,
We know you're not joking, Rob. We know you're not joking.
right. Well, no, we've got 3 or 4 now of that England under 21 team.
Well, we had another one that we got rid of.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
And we kept him. So okay, what you
Actually, MGW and McAtee behind Delap. Yeah, it could work. I'd rather us get. I'd rather us get another creative midfielder, if I'm honest. But
thank you, finally.
Or just play Domingo.
Yeah, he's not really creative, is he?
What about McAtee in the 8, Ant? Well, I thought you wanted McAtee in the 8.
No, McAtee's not an 8. McAtee's never been an 8.
But you saw
Schlager was
good
poor
things
last
from
night as
McAtee in the 8 over the pre-season, did you not?
No. No, McAtee's not an 8. It's not his position. The kid's being put in the wrong.
He wasn't, to be fair.
He's a 10, yeah, he's a 10.
Ant's always said he's a 10, to be fair.
Yeah. So
but Schlager was poor as well last night. So our midfield is weak. It really is at the moment. And I don't know what the best pairing is, to be fair.
Bring back Yates.
You probably go straight in at the moment.
He's in.
Because to be honest, Dominguez was the worst game I've seen from Dominguez since
a long time.
From injury a year ago.
Yeah. Yeah, that midfield of ours. Well, it's not just weak; it's non-existent, really. They're not connecting at all. The defensive midfielders and the attacking midfielders or whatever. But like we all say, maybe it'll come with time. Let's hope so.
I thought you said they don't need time because they should know the formation by now.
Yeah, I know, and I believe that. So what can I say? I can only hope, can't I? It's like Delap. I'm hoping he's going to be brilliant and smashing loads of goals. Let's see.
You just said that you hope Delap comes in and scores 15 goals a season, but I do remember a time when you said that you could probably score 20 goals a season in the Premier League.
No, I didn't say that.
That's how
I didn't say
that. No, he didn't say that.
I said if I had 99 chances in front of goal,
that's it.
Is what I said. And I may be over it.
You would over a season.
And you overestimated then, didn't you?
About 3 games, that was. Put it in. You got to have the context, Ben. Stop being silly. You got to have the context.
And also, I said it on my watch along, and I bigged you up on my watch along. You know when Chris Wood did that nutmeg and went through? I guarantee you, Ant would have got on to the end of that ahead of Wood.
You did say that. It made me chuckle.
Whether or not he would have put it or connected with
that was the highlight of that game for me. That was.
But on the serious note, those opportunities, Delap gets away from the defender. That's going to be the difference between him and Chris Wood.
You know what? Yeah. I promise you, I actually thought that at the time. I thought for all my criticisms, I think Delap would have been a lot stronger and a lot quicker to get to that ball. And you know when Callum Awendo was running down next to him, it's like he was going through treacle, Chris Wood. It's not his fault. What he's getting on, he's never recovered.
I thought Callum Awendo was quite good last night.
He did well with Delap.
One sort of positive. I thought he was quite good. Yeah.
Do you know what he does?
Didn't he give the ball away for their goal? Didn't he give the ball away for their goal?
That, yeah.
He might have done, but that was a mistake.
But it's all right.
Yeah, but
it's not all right, obviously.
I mean, to be honest,
to out some sort of positives, and I thought on the night, I thought he played better, probably the best in a bad performance. If that makes sense.
You know who had an absolute stinker that we haven't talked about, and I think with his affiliation,
Nico Williams did.
Well, no, I think with his affiliation to Africa, maybe Rob should open the floor and give us his thoughts on our latest African player.
Oh yeah, the centre back.
Yeah, he didn't seem to know where he was supposed to stand, and a few times the ball just seemed to like go past him, and he was like, "Oh, was I meant to do a tackle then? I'm sorry, everyone. I'm still getting up to speed." But having said that, nobody comes out of last night. I don't think he's suddenly become a bad player, so I think you're being a bit harsh there, but. He didn't start.
But it did look like his feet were in treacle, mate. He was so slow.
Yeah.
That was what surprised me the most.
Yeah.
At least, it was like feet in treacle. Exactly what you said about Chris Wood. But that's what I thought about Diamonde. So I was like, hopefully, it's just getting up to speed, literally. But yeah, it wasn't promising yesterday. And Schlager as well, as I've just mentioned.
He's not had a proper pre-season, has he?
You know what?
Monday.
No,
You know what it did
he was
remind me
stop-start,
of?
wasn't he?
And it's what Rob said. Do you remember back in school, back in the day? Was it called stuck in the mud, where you used to stand there and your arms out until someone went under your arm, kind of thing? He was waiting until
Never played it like
Okafor.
that.
You never played it like that.
No, that's only at Borstalls.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know, but when we used to play it, like he waited until Okafor had basically tagged him, and then he's like, "Oh shit, I better go chase him now." It was just like his reaction times were really slow.
I'm not worried about Diamande.
But
If I didn't know anything
not.
about him and I watched him last night, I would have been worried about Diamande. But I know he's a.
That's what I'm
he's
saying.
had
If he was
part-
called Steve Diamond from Hearts, man, everyone would be throwing an absolute hissy fit right now.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
right.
but he's had hardly any game time for us. The one I'm more annoyed about is Jair Cunha, who has played for us several times now, and I just think he's just not very good.
He's being overused, I think, actually. So
Yeah, but like somebody said earlier, when he gets the ball, he hoofs
Not
up
by
the
being
pitch.
picked.
When he's trying to defend, his positioning is awful. I'll say something controversial, which I never thought I would say. I would prefer Morato than Jair Cunha.
Right. End the stream.
Yeah, not me.
End the stream, man. Yeah.
Let's do the super
He's
chat.
gone too far again.
Yeah, he does, doesn't he?
Pick up the S man with the 10 jewels. Shout out to you. Oh god, here comes Andy again with the 199. He pretended to go mad earlier. Goldfish memories.
Oh, yeah, I've got memories of my goldfish.
He actually does have goldfish.
Sure, that's what you meant.
Shout out to you, Andy. Big up to Nismo with the 499 because we have 7 attackers now. We need to sell 2 to 3 of them and bring in a 10 that can. We do need a 10. You know, this 10 is going ignored. Like we played 3 strikers yesterday, 2 of them in the 10. Like, that can help MGW that play in the half space.
Sorry, mate. Go on.
Need a CM goalkeeper and wing back to compete. I think you're bang on with those. Big up to Chris with another £2. He goes, Delap will play for England this season. TTTB.
Oh, you're gonna have to put another super chat in to explain that, mate.
TTTTV.
TTB.
What does
Do you
that
want to
mean?
guess?
Trust.
Don't
To-
tell us.
I don't.
To
I don't.
the
All right,
To
you
the
guys,
Titty boys.
you guys need to remember we're quite simple on this panel, right? When you start doing freaking acronyms and stuff, you know what I'm saying? We're lost. Thank you for the £2. Big up to Big Tony with the jewels. Shout out to FFTV Monk, the GOAT, with the 1,000
goat.
jewels, putting in a GOAT trophy like an absolute legend. And thank you to everyone who followed him on his Instagram yesterday. The guy he's got the best goatee as well.
He works hard.
Big up to Andy with the another 199. He says Delap and Hutchinson are from a relegated team as well. Well, so is Fernandez, and he went to Spurs for 85 million. But I hear it. And big up to Michael with the 999. He goes, team just needs bit of time, be all good. I'm not worried. I do think there's an
That's the best super
overreaction.
chat all night.
I do think there's been an overreaction. I don't begrudge anyone having an overreaction. I've overreacted on plenty of time myself. But I think Glasner, I think a lot of people think that we're going to get smashed by Liverpool. But this is the kind of team that Glasner actually does well against.
I was just thinking that, you know, because the last 2 visits we'd made to Liverpool, I didn't give us any hope of getting anything out of those games.
Well, we did have
both times we completely shocked them. So
How
once
about
again,
this for a stat for you, Rob? Since Forest got promoted, Forest are the team that have beaten Liverpool the most in the Premier League.
well, look, I think we're going to start.
And they did not look good in their opener against Newcastle.
Well,
They did
we're
not.
hopefully going to start with the first choice defence and with Delap. And the I suppose the good thing about going to Liverpool is like you're not really expected to attack all that much. You know you're going to spend most of your time defending. So hopefully they'll have some degree of focus because we've been crap at home. I feel like we've been mainly crap at home because we've been under pressure to break teams down. We've been unable to do it. All of our best results last season were away, you know, where we've been organised in defence and then we've shocked people and then we've managed to, screw down on her like that 3-0 at Tottenham, where we didn't do anything. And we nicked a goal from a corner. And maybe we haven't seen an away Glasner performance yet.
We haven't seen a performance yet. That's the problem. I don't know. Like, I think this will suit him. But Liverpool, as Ant said, they looked crap. They kind of reminded me a bit of what we've seen under Glasner so far. When they got overcommitted, there was massive pockets, and that's how Newcastle scored against them with those 2 counter attacks. And we've seen that.
Our counter attacks haven't exactly been startling this season. Well, I say this season,
exactly. Well, now we got Liam, mate. We got Liam, innit? Saviour.
Yeah, we've got Liam.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know how to read this one. I don't think we win, if I'm being honest.
Do you think our transfer window's been a little bit underwhelming this year?
I think it's been appalling. You know what? It's not even who.
Not very exciting, has it?
It's not even about the excitement. It's about the timing. Like, let me use Delap as the example to this. Delap's valuation at the start of the transfer window was 40 to 50 million pounds. Delap's valuation when he got bought by Forest was between 40 and 50 million pounds. So I don't care about the price. Why wasn't Delap bought 6 weeks ago when Glasner came in? Because Glasner's wanted him. He wanted him at Palace. Why didn't we do that then?
Well, because I think that the aim was to wait until very late in the window, hoping that Chelsea would drop their price. I think they've come to the conclusion we need him now, and we can't risk even another game without him, so we've had to pay up. But I think the intention was to wait.
Yeah, Chelsea have called up bluff on this.
All of a sudden, the dynamic shifted from Chelsea being desperate to get rid of him at any price.
Yeah. To us being desperate for a striker.
Forest desperately need a striker.
You bang on there. We blinked first. Chelsea have called our bluff there. We've said, it's not worth that. Chelsea said, fine, we'll just keep him then. It's like, actually, no.
He's
in the bomb squad, so they've not even said we'll keep him and play him. They've just not said anything.
Do you know what's mad as well? According to Live Score, Villa have accepted a €60 million bid for Ollie Watkins, which is what, 50 million? 50 million for Ollie Watkins? That's crazy.
Yeah, he's going to Saudi though.
He's a different level. I know, but it's a different level, isn't it? That's not very much for Ollie Watkins.
Why don't these Arabs come in for Forest players?
I don't know. How many goals did non-penalty goals did Watkins score last season?
Actually,
and how old is he? He's quite old.
Chris Wood could go to Saudi. It's already halfway to New Zealand.
I was saying this to Matt earlier. I said he'd put him close to
Saudis off, mate.
He's going to start dipping Saudi now.
No, actually, that was a dig at New Zealand. I was going to say.
Oh, wait, hold on, Joey. Did he really? So Liam Delap's ready. He's played every pre-season game. Did he score, Joey?
Just throw him in.
Don't be silly.
Throw him in.
I mean,
Joey, did he score at all?
And Nicholas Jackson has gone Villa as well.
Yeah, 65 million for Jackson.
Would you rather have Jackson or Delap?
Jackson.
No, Jackson.
I'd take Jackson, definitely. Yeah.
What?
And I'd take Ollie Watkins over the both of them.
I think they forget how bad he was in that first season at Chelsea, man. How many open goals he missed and things like that, man.
He's a fantastic.
He got himself in positions, but his finishing's awful, man. What did he do at Bayern last season?
Nothing, like 3 goals.
Yeah, Ramon, mate. So
I'm sorry, like Jackson is.
Jackson. I agree. I agree with the sentiment that he's not a goal scoring centre forward. I agree with that. He's not.
Yeah,
his talents lie elsewhere, not in goal scoring.
Do you remember the chance he missed against us when we had?
Against us,
that open goal from 2 yards.
Not just one, several glaring chances in that game.
Yeah, obviously Rob would prefer.
But they still picked him ahead of Delap though, didn't they?
Yeah, Rob wouldn't have because Jackson's from Africa. Like me.
Look, are you telling me that AFCON's not had an impact on us?
Here we go.
Yeah, it has though. It's had a AFCON
well,
injured Sangare,
in the summer.
What?
When's the next
AFCON's no longer in the winter; it's in the summer now.
And we're changing it once every 4 years as well.
Listen, at least I've been consistent on this. I criticise New Zealand for affecting our star players as well. So it's not.
And I agree with you on
that. The jet lag.
I agree with you on that.
Anyway, you can focus on New Zealand now. He should move to Saudi. It's halfway there. It's halfway there.
I agree. I agree with that. Yeah.
The problem is we're not
We take 30 million for him. We wouldn't try and fleece
Yeah,
them. We'd take 30 million.
Right, what we
do it,
actually
yeah.
need is we need Evangelos Marinakis to buy Saudi Arabia and then simply buy.
No, even he's not got that kind of money.
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Ridiculous. Don't be ridiculous.
My God, man, he would get lost in the sand, man. They would eat him alive with the amount of money they have. It's disgusting, man.
Oh yeah, I think
I think a lot of debt as well, though. They've got a lot of debt.
PIF are worth 260 billion,
Yeah,
aren't they?
You're right.
Disgusting the money they've got.
Yeah, but they're trying to build that horizontal city that goes.
No,
from
but
Oh, no,
Scrapped
no,
it.
no,
They
no,
scrapped
they're
it.
not doing it. They've been
Yeah,
doing it.
Scrapped it.
It's
Because it was
cost
never
them
going to
billions.
be realistic.
They spent
actually admitted it wasn't
billions
realistic.
on it, and they're like, "Yeah, this ain't gonna work," and they just give up.
Igor Jesus has already played in Saudi, Amit. He's been there, done that.
Again, showing your he didn't play in Saudi. He played in UAE.
Did he?
Yeah,
Which is
Rob,
where
you
you've
used to
been
live there.
right?
You used to
they're
live
all
in
one and the
UAE.
same. Yeah, they're all one and the same, Rob.
Well, they are. What are you on about? It's all
Right,
sand,
I'm
isn't
going
it?
to check this now. I'm going to check this trivia.
Oh.
I believe.
While he's checking
been-
that, big up Rich with the clapping seal, the 250 joules.
I
Appreciate
didn't know
it.
Igor Jesus had played in the Middle East. I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
and shout out to Ethan with the 199. He goes, "I'd prefer a Samba longer than Delap." What, even when the
Yeah.
Samba longer was injured?
What, even now?
Maybe
Even
20
now.
years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to you. Thank you for the 199.
Yeah,
Is that
funny
right, Rob?
enough, I prefer Stan Collymore, you know. But
Stan
you go.
Collymore is still in great
I know he is.
physical
I know he
shape.
is. I know.
Right.
I know. I've
mesmerised
stood
me
close
on that
to him. I've
treadmill.
stood very, very close to him. You know this.
You know when he does his little treadmill video, I find it mesmerizing to watch, man. It's in great shape. Anyway, on that bombshell,
What a strange thing to do. Look, watching a bloke on a treadmill,
oh, like you
sweating.
wouldn't watch him. Like you wouldn't watch him.
Yeah.
Anyway, on that bombshell, listen, there's a
Here he
lot
is.
of transfer stuff moving. Oh, by the way, shout out to Nikki. I see you nearly got yourself on the pitch yesterday.
Nicky was fuming.
Oh, you're
Have
not,
you listened to
you're not
Nicky's
falling
voice
over drunk, were you,
messages?
mate?
Didn't you see the I was gonna say streaker, but it was the pitch invaders, the word I'm looking for.
No.
It was Nikki. It was Nikki.
Oh, was he streaking? What a sight that'd be.
What a sight. All right, we're gonna wrap it up there. Big up to Cash. Hope you're doing well, bro. It goes, just because you guys make me laugh. Thank you so much for the £2, bro. Appreciate it. Right, I'm gonna send you over to Deji, and can everyone just type in his chat relegation, because they are in the relegation zone. I'll be back tomorrow. We didn't have time to talk transfers, so I'll give you a roundup. There's been a lot of movement, so I'll try and get a video out for you guys.
I'll
in the
give you
morning.
another
Are
round.
we doing the deadline stream next week? We must.
Yeah, we got
Sure,
a
man.
deadline stream on Tuesday and the post Liverpool loss on Sunday. Grumpy Old Reds as well will be back then. On that positive note, make sure you've liked and subscribed. We'll see you for the transfer news tomorrow. Go right relegation in Deji stream. Come on, you Reds.
You